Uh, Whitestar? She peered over the small hall. It's Dawn. Will you be joining us today? She scanned the Tom frantically.
He slowly rose, his eyes meeting the walls of the den before looking to Splittertooth. Yeah, I can lead a patrol. He stood and stretched.
Great! She smiled. She padded out to wait for him. Everyone gather for patrols, she yipped. Today, our good leader Whitestar will be joining you today, she said as everyone came around her.
He watched the cats approach. He took a deep breath, still waking up, as the newly warm air brushed through his fur.
Her eyes darted around the clan. She got nervous. Right. Tidal Wave, Dark Stripe, and Torn Flame. You shall all, do border. Yeah, she said, nervously chuckling near the end.
He side-eyed the deputy for a moment, though his face held a smile.
He looked up. Thanks, sis. He got up to join the patrol.
I'm leading that border patrol? He glanced over again.
Yes. Right. Yeah, you are. She coughed.
He nodded, giving her a nudge before parting. He looked over to his side. Ready when you are, sir. You two ready to go? His tail flicked over his paws. He nodded.
Ready as I'll ever be. He got up.
He nodded to Sand Scratch, turning. He took a moment to watch the waterfall. To think, this is what we get to see every moon. He sniffed the air as they approached the quarry. He simply hopped over the small stream. He glanced over the much larger stream. On the other side was WindClan. He couldn't smell anything, not even from the other side. We must be upwind, he murmured to himself. Water can be such a sight, despite how many forms it takes. Some even borders against the others.
Wonder what those more cats are up to, he questioned.
His whiskers twitched. Yep, the lake is still here, he chuckled. He went the completely wrong way and was trying to play it cool. Ah yes, would be a shame for it to move magically.
Wouldn't want to slip now, he grinned.
He sniffed. He looked on the semi-gorge. He then padded closer to the edge. Nothing here either. Once again, the other side of this stream was ShadowClan. Sun heading down. Feels like we've been running around all day. He couldn't help but unsheath his claws. Yeah, sorry. He didn't clarify what he was apologizing for as he stood to return back to camp. Well, that was quite the patrol. Thank you, Whitestar. It was quite informative. He kept his eyes forward, looking for his deputy. Rest well. You'll need it, our dear leader. He then trotted off.
Yeah, it sure was. Learned a lot, like where the lake is, he said sarcastically.
Oh, hi, Title. And Whitestar. She scurried up to them.
He dipped his head. Border patrols were good. No odd sense.
Oh, that's great. The hunting patrols also went well. We got plenty to share. Would you guys like any, since we're talking about it? She looked to the two.
I'll be okay. He nodded again. I ate before we left, and I'm sure I'll have something in the morning.
I mean, I could take something. Nothing big though. Do we have any mice?
Yeah, come with me. See you later, Whitestar. She dipped her head.
Bye. He sat in front of his den, cleaning his fur. Oh yeah, here's my bio for anyone who's watching and wanted to know a little bit more about Whitestar, because I kind of forgot that nobody would be able to see it. Once the warmth from the sun had faded, he went back to his nest. He stirred, standing and patting out. Waiting to eat left him very hungry when morning came. He shifted through the pile, pulling out a blackbird. He set down the bird and started to munch on it.
Hawkscratch eyed the leader, posture softening. Whitestar, she greeted with a subtle dip to her head. Slept through most of yesterday. Did I miss anything?
She settled down next to Whitestar and Hawkscratch, giving them a nod. Good morning, you two. Have you, seen Splittertooth?
How'd you manage that? He wiped the rest of the blackbird from his maw, humor lacing his tone. No, not much. He then looked at Sandscratch.
Hawkscratch blinked. Not in camp, no.
She was covered in bee stings. Guys, I think I need help.
You mouse brain! I mean, what were you thinking? Worry laced his voice.
StarClan Splittertooth, you look like a raspberry, he chirped.
Sandscratch shot up, brushing up to the deputy. By the stars, what did you do?
Hawkscratch stifled a laugh. Sorry, I think I need to go, hunt. She walked away, amused.
Wanna explain to our medcat how that happened?
I got the honey, though. She dropped the honeycomb. I tried getting honey for you. Since I know talking hurts, you do so much. I'm sorry.
He sighed. The only cat that got hurt was yourself. Don't beat yourself up too much. Tidal Wave, thank you for bringing her back. Silvertooth, Sandscratch, she interrupted, a panicked look in her eyes. Huh?
She exchanged a glance with Tidal Wave before sighing. Thank you for the thought. She spun around.
Lycanpaw fell into the river and got swept to the lake. We managed to fish him out, but he's shaken and very cold, she said, suddenly very shy with all the eyes on her. That's something to be worried about. He glanced at Sandscratch. How do I help Splittertooth so you can go? He was brought to your den already, she mewed softly, glancing at Sandscratch.
She glanced at Whitestar. Blackberry leaves. I don't have the herbs, so go find some. They'll be near the waterfall. Chew and apply, she huffed, rushing off.
Everything hurts, she whined.
Let's go, then. He flicked his tail for the siblings to follow. He shuffled through the bushes, though he couldn't seem to find any evidence of actual berries. How is he supposed to know what plant was a blackberry bush without any berries?
No berries to be found. I mean, she did say near the waterfall. Maybe she meant the top?
You want Splittertooth to walk up there on swollen paws?
Well, do you see anything down here? Plus, I know my sister. She's strong.
She smirked and followed with her brother. It's okay. I'd rather get them at the end of the day. We get to see that weird smelly dead. Sweet!
The abandoned tooling nest? Oh, right. That was up there. Okay, let's go.
See? Right there.
He panted. Yep. Finally, blackberries. The old two lakes must have been growing their own.
Just as I remember. It's been a while, huh, Splittertooth?
Yeah, with being deputy, I miss this place. She smiled.
He pulled a leaf off the bush and chewed it. He then placed the poultice on another leaf. Help me put this on all the stings.
This is so embarrassing, she huffed.
He picked out the tiny bee stingers, then placed small bits of the mixture onto the stings.
How does that feel? Any better?
Yeah, it feels like cool water. Anyways, let's go see the inside! She forgot all about the pain at this point.
You might step on something sharp! Hold on! He wailed. He sat on the soft fabric. We should go back to camp. We got what we needed.
It's just so cool up here. There's so many nests.
He glanced around. Remember when we used to hang out in the big, nest?
You two can stay, but I have a clan to lead. I think. He shrugged.
Look, Splitter, a tiny sun.
She sighed. You're... Ooh! Come look, Whitestar!
It hurts to look at.
He sighed, turning and leaving. I hope my deputy is at camp to assign dusk patrols, he said loudly as he walked away.
Oh shoot! I forgot!
Why did you have to become deputy?
We got the stings taken care of.
She set out, turning towards Whitestar and the normal-looking Splittertooth. Amazing to hear. She smiled tiredly.
Look, I'm not all puffy anymore, she swirled.
He purred, proud of himself. How is Lycanpaw? The cat stirred awake. His vision indeed was a bit blurry, though he could make out things just fine, and he felt much better.
She looked towards the apprentice, frowning. Sleeping now. At least they aren't shivering, and they ate some of the herbs I gave them. I believe they'll be better soon. She hadn't noticed the apprentice yet.
He gave a smile to the now awake Lycanpaw. All is good, then. Good night, you two.
She smiled at the two. Yeah, good night, you guys. She stood up, and thanks again. She smiled more sweetly.
She turned back to the apprentice, smiling. She was right. Good night.
Sorry for causing you trouble, she sighed, realizing the pointless mission they did.
It was nice to get out of camp. He blinked at her. Don't feel bad about that.
She chuckled. You're going to do great things as a leader. She smiled warmly. Good night, Whitestar, she purred.
He touched his nose to her forehead and then patted away. Whitestar shuffled in his nest. An apprentice was to be made a warrior today. All cats old enough to hunt their own prey gathered beneath the tall rock for a clan meeting, he yelled. Today, an apprentice has finished their training, as informed by Tornflame that Russet Paw is ready to become a warrior. Russet Paw, make yourself known. Russet Paw stood, feeling like his legs would cave under him, but he padded forward through the crowd of cats. He stepped down off the rock to continue the ceremony. I call StarClan to look down on this apprentice. They have trained hard to learn the ways of your noble code, and I commend them as a warrior in your turn. Russet Paw remained as still as possible, quivering. Russet Paw, do you swear to honor the warrior code and to defend your clan, even at the cost of your life? Russet Paw stumbled over his words, but nodded. I do, he stammered. I do. He nodded. Then your name is now Russet Flame. StarClan honors you as a full ThunderClan warrior. He touched his nose to Russet Flame's head. Russet Flame blinked, feeling a mixed amount of emotions. Was he happy? Sad? He didn't know. You may rejoin the crowd.
He got through his pause, stepping up with a loud chuckle. Ah, what a speech. StarClan, was it? The same that made you leader so early for us. To earn such a place without brains.
His eyes darted to the side. Tornflame. What is this?
She stood next to her leader. What? What's happening?
Whitestar, did you think we let you have such fumbling of our dear clan? So much time. So much wasted. You don't know what's going on, do you?
Flister's untimely passing is no fault of my own. Yes, I became a leader quickly. That's something I regret as much as the rest of you. But I've not broken the code. I trained an apprentice and was chosen by Flintstar to take his place.
Oh, but you still did what you could. But you had to choose them as your deputy. A clueless, clumsy, messy cat who gets stung by bees with their stupidity.
Be careful with your words.
So that's the problem? Do you think you deserve the role Splittertooth has? How selfish.
Her eyes started to swell. She felt bad.
The code chose them as leader. Whitestar wouldn't have received their lives if it was so wrong. StarClan would have denied him. The medicine cat yowled, quickly jumping up.
Ooh, not just that. The clan needs power. Leadership. A clan who speaks for us all. But StarClan, all you think of, do you? And who needs a medcat who can't even cure themselves? All of you. Truly, do you think StarClan would have chosen you willingly?
You doubt us for relying on the stars, yet you use StarClan to justify this behavior. Stand down, Tornflame.
And if StarClan really had a choice, if it's truly something to rely on, then they would stop me from this. Paw.
Don't you all see? Our Tornflame is right. They're an improper leader, he'd meow.
Here to dismay to the clan. Somehow, so much planning. Oh well, who needs the clan's choice when power is all you need?
Am I wrong? Can't we all see that? All of you are blinded by lies, he'd hiss. Tornflame, back down now and there won't be a consequence for the scene you started. That's enough.
Oh, we both know. That isn't true. Turn to the med, walking up, pushing them to the ground. Lies. The stars have blinded you to. It's time to open your eyes! He slashed their throat.
He let out a screech, stepping back in horror.
Sand Scratch laid out on the ground, barely given enough time to take their last raspy breath.
Stars would have stopped me, right?
He let out a horrid yell. Chase this cat out now!
She clawed at his back. Get out! She grabbed him by the scruff and threw him.
This wretched place. The stars can't stop me, and none of you can too. He darted.
He watched Hornflame fling. He ran, but then realized he had left the med. He nosed Sand Scratch's head to the side, begging them to wake, but they were still bleeding. He sat up. It took all of his strength to walk away. Tornflame has killed Sand Scratch in cold blood. If any of you... His voice wavered. If any of you agreed with that manic display of disloyalty, you may also leave. Tonight will be spent holding vigil for our fallen medicine cat. The elders will bury her at dawn. If any cat sees Tornflame on the territory, I demand that they be killed. Meeting dismissed. Finally.
Hey, Sheen went up to him.
He avoided her gaze. That wasn't your fault. Don't apologize. Don't think for a second that you need to. Please.
She sat next to him. I'm on your side, she smiled weakly. So, what will we do, leader?
His ear flicked. Nothing. He wants to cause a stir, so we can prove that I can't handle it. But I can. We can. I will speak with StarClan for a new medicine cat. Tonight, sit with Sand Scratch.
Yeah, we got this. I don't know what you two saw in me, but I'm at your right side, okay? She stepped in front of him. Ready to face this mess? She looked down at the crowd, tears on her face.
No, he mumbled honestly.